United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, 1982, Part 16, General Provisions, Article 300, Good Faith and Abuse of Rights. States parties shall fulfill in good faith the obligations assumed under this convention and shall exercise the rights, jurisdiction and freedoms recognized in this convention in a manner which would not constitute an abuse of right. Article 301, Peaceful Uses of the Seas. In exercising their rights and performing their duties under this convention, states parties shall refrain from any threat or use of force against the territorial integrity or political independence of any state, or in any other manner inconsistent with the principles of international law embodied in the Charter of the United Nations. Article 302, Disclosure of Information. Without prejudice to the right of a state party to resort to the procedures for the settlement of disputes provided for in this convention, nothing in this convention shall be deemed to require a state party, in the fulfillment of its obligations under this convention, to supply information the disclosure of which is contrary to the essential interests of its security. Article 303, Archaeological and Historical Objects Found at Sea. 1. States have the duty to protect objects of an archaeological and historical nature found at sea and shall cooperate for this purpose. 2. In order to control traffic in such objects, the coastal state may, in applying Article 33, presume that their removal from the seabed in the zone referred to in that article without its approval would result in an infringement within its territory or territorial sea of the laws and regulations referred to in that article. 3. Nothing in this article affects the rights of identifiable owners, the law of salvage or other rules of admiralty, or laws and practices with respect to cultural exchanges. 4. This article is without prejudice to other international agreements and rules of international law regarding the protection of objects of an archaeological and historical nature. Article 304, Responsibility and Liability for Damage. The provisions of this convention regarding responsibility and liability for damage are without prejudice to the application of existing rules and the development of further rules regarding responsibility and liability under international law.